Happy Biblical New Year to all my friends. Today marks the first day of the first month, or Nisan 1, on the ancient biblical calendar. This is based on Exodus 12, verse 1. This new moon shall be the beginning of the months, which literally means new moons for you. Like our New Year's Day on January 1st, it was seen as a time to think back and forward and begin afresh, with spring sprung in the Northern Hemisphere and the barley harvest getting ripe. Nisan was called Aviv, which refers to spring or new. Passover was anciently tied to the barley harvest. In later Jewish tradition, there are of course several New Years. The best known is the first of the seventh month, in the fall, known literally as Head of the Year. But it was a civil, economic New Year reset related to the fall Jewish festivals in the seventh month. In ancient times, the Jewish lunar calendar of 12 or 13 moons or months was intercalated based on the barley harvest and when the ripe grain could be harvested as the first fruits for Passover. Since a lunar year is only 354 days, 12 times 29 and 1/2 days, it falls behind the solar year of 365 and a quarter days by 11 days each year, as is the case with the Muslim calendar to this day, which is not adjusted. In years when the grain would not be ripened by the 15th day of the lunar month, an extra was added, making that year 13 lunar months. Over 19 years it averages out, accounting for years with both 12 and 13 months. I took this photo of the barley harvest in Israel several years ago in the valley of Elah. It was precisely this season, around spring, 2 weeks before Passover and the days of unleavened bread. We were in the 12th month that year, and it was judged that the grain would be ready by the 15th of that lunar month, so no 13th was added and Passover fell in that month. Today's Jewish calendar is based on a mathematical formula that has no necessary connection to the growing seasons in the Holy Land. So some years are 13 months and others are 12, but it all averages out over 19 years, keeping the solar-lunar calendar in sync. The Exodus text does not explain how Moses and the Israelite peoples in the desert of Sinai were able to know anything about the ripening of the barley at that point. Thus, Joshua 5:11-12 says they began their lunar solar system only after they entered the land. After 70 CE, when Jerusalem and the Temple were destroyed by the Romans, the Jews came up with their mathematical system that was no longer tied to grain ripening, but was calculated to add that 13th month arbitrarily to keep it in line with the spring equinox. So either way, since I am here in the Holy Land, I do indeed wish you all a very happy and insightful New Year in this very troubled but wonderful world.